everyone, it's me, New York vocalist Benita Charles. I'm here for another episode of Singing Tips. This is a special Singing Tips because I have an expert today on style. Miss Roxie Seigle will be sharing her expertise on all things style and beauty. And hi, I see I have about 3 people in the room. Hello. It's me again, New York vocalist Benita Charles, for a special episode of Singing Tips. This is an Ask the Expert. Oh, hello, Minister Williams. How are you? Thank you so much for joining Singing Tips today. I have a special show today. I have a stylist here who's going to share her expertise on all things style and beauty. She actually is my personal stylist. She styled my CD, Moments in Love. So I wanted to get her on here because she's more of an expert in terms of style than I am. And here at Singing Tips is all about your image. So all of the tips that we've been talking about and will be for the next few weeks is all about your image. So I thought, what better person than a person who does style to come in and share with us some, just give us, people like me who need it, some more style tips. Now, if you're not familiar with Singing Tips, every week I give singing tips to beginner singers to help them become professional. We've covered everything from your talent to live performance, original music, and now we're talking about style, so every image. So all of the tips going forward, it's all been about image. Now, if you know anything about Singing Tips, you know I'm going to talk about the movie Get On Up, the James Brown story, because that was the movie that inspired the way I designed Singing Tips. So if you're not familiar with that movie, it came out in 2014. It starred Chadwick Boseman, Dan Aykroyd, Viola Davis, and it's all about James's journey as a performer, as the great artist and businessman that he was. There was a point in the movie where James wanted to take more of an executive role, a producer role, and his manager said to him, "This is show business. You take care of the show, I'll take care of the business." And James Brown said, no. And he did both. And that made me realize, you know what? We as artists have to think about this as a business. There's a show part and there's a business part. So here in Singing Tips, we have 2 categories, show and business. So all of the tips we've gone through, and believe it or not, it's going to be almost a year since last April that we've been in the show part. So we're getting ready to go to the business part. But right now we're still in the show part. So it's all about image. Today I am so grateful to have Miss Roxie Seigle on the show. She's going to be sharing with us all about style. Let's see, I have her information. Sorry, guys. This is our second show. So Roxie has a love for all things beauty related. She is a licensed cosmetologist working as a freelance hairstylist in New York City. Roxie worked with me, Benita Charles, for my Moments in Love CD for the album cover. She is credited for the hair, makeup, and the wardrobe styling. Roxie is the go-to girlfriend to consult with for self-care regimens, to on-trend looks for hair, beauty, and style. You can contact Roxie through email at rsstylist@gmail.com. Now, I'm going to turn it over to Roxie. If you see this picture, this is what Roxie did for me. It's almost like a totally different person. But thank you so much, Roxie, for joining us today. And we're just going to jump right to it. First question for you is, what does style mean to you?
Style is everything to me. Style is a way that you can express how you're feeling or your inner creative side by just the things that you wear, or the makeup that you put on, or just the way that you are carrying yourself with style. So it's very important.
Well, what do you like about being a stylist?
I love making over people. I love seeing people change. I like seeing people step out of their box and wear things that they normally wouldn't choose for themselves, but are pleasantly surprised. And just changing people's perspective on the way you look, and putting yourself in a box. With style, you can take yourself way out of the box and change it up. Just like that, and it's really great.
I definitely think style is an art. Now, I feel like I'm style deficient. So, as a stylist, what advice can you give me as an artist on how do I find my own style?
Just start with what's comfortable for you. Like, if you're more comfortable in pants, don't just try to go now and get dresses and heels and stuff like that if that's not really you. First, start with your daily life and what's easy for you to maintain. What are you willing to do, not willing to do? Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Let it be fun, let it be organic, and you can find your way. But first, start by knowing what type of things you do like to wear, what feels comfortable for you, and then you can go from there.
Okay, so I have a lot of people on here that are not singers. Mm-hmm. For the average person, how can they discover a style that works for them? They're not an artist, they're just a regular person.
Yeah. Well, there's so much around us, so much style. There's street style. You can admire people. We live in a big city. We're in New York City, so there's style all around us. But, for others who are not here, there's social media, there's Pinterest, there's magazines, celebrities that you follow that you love their style. Just start making records and keeping track of what they wear, save pictures, or make a visual vision board like Pinterest, and then apply that when you go to the stores and try to, put pieces together. You don't have to buy everything at the same time. You can buy small pieces and build a wardrobe over time.
That's great advice. Okay, that's all fair and good, but what about somebody that's on a budget? Times are tough right now.
Yes.
How can you look great but still, kind of keep within your budget, live within your means? What do you think of that?
I would say shop discount stores. You can go to consignment shops, shop out of season. That way you can save a lot of money, because when they change the seasons, the prices get slashed, and you can get great items if you're willing to spend the money out of season. And shop often. If you go shopping weekly, and catch sales, look online and catch deals, and even if it's like one thing you buy on clearance a week or something like that, that way you can save money. You don't have to spend a lot at the same time, and you're getting a discount.
That's so true. I found that helpful, when you had told me that before. And sometimes, I would go shopping when I was go for a gig, and I would buy something, but I ended up not wearing it for that gig. But it was nice that I had it in my closet, because down the line, I used it for something else. So it was good that I had that extra piece. So that's very good advice. Now, what about following the latest trends, for looking to update your wardrobe? Because how sometimes with trendy things, it's hot right now, but then next summer or next week, I can't wear it. And I can't afford to shop like that.
Yes.
So how would you suggest staying on trend, but, also same with staying within the budget?
Yes. Well, there's so many things you can do, because as the trends come in, it's trends for nail color, lip color, makeup, hairstyles, clothes, shoes. And so you can make small changes by just changing your lipstick for the season, or changing your nail color, your hair color. And also, don't invest too much in trendy pieces, have your classic and your staple pieces, and just incorporate little things, little changes with the trendy styles, and that way you won't really break the bank.
What about inspiration? Because I know you mentioned Pinterest and you mentioned celebrities, but how else can you be inspired by finding your own style?
Well, do what makes you feel good. If you put on a dress and it makes you feel good, then buy more dresses, and you know, a lot of times people think that you only could wear certain things in certain seasons, but now with all these new trends and stuff like that, that's not necessarily the case. You can wear boots with your favorite summer dress. You know, you can add a jacket to that and make it a whole look. You know, there's so many different things you can play around with, you know. So I say just kind of let it be organic, and if you feel good in it, then, you know, and it feels comfortable, then, you know, you should start from there.
Are you saying there are no more rules anymore? You know how there was all these rules, like you couldn't wear white after Labor Day, and you couldn't. So are you saying that anything goes now, or
anything
are there still
goes now?
rules?
I mean, people are, you know, I'm seeing patterns, mix different patterns and different colors, and, you know, people are really stepping out of their comfort zone. So I would definitely say break the rules.
And I see Nadine said that I do that too. She buys something and wear it at a later time. So that's really good advice. One more question. When do you know it's time for a style update?
You'll know it's time for a style update if you've been wearing your hair and your nails, or maybe not necessarily the nails, but you're wearing your hair and your brows, your lipstick, your makeup, everything the same way, you know, for years and years and years. You know, if you don't change up your jackets and your coats for the occasion and stuff like that, you know, especially being in New York now, like we wear a lot of coats, and you kind of have to have more than one coat for certain situations, like your dressy coat, your really warm coat, your light jacket, it's more casual, you know. So if it's been a while, you know, since you've updated the look and you're still wearing your makeup and your hair and, you know, everything the same way, then it might be time to, you know, start looking at what's going on and where you can kind of do little updates for yourself.
Now, there's something else that happened in the news. Now, I don't know if you've seen it, but Katy Perry changed her look. She cut her hair really short. It's blonde. It's platinum blonde. It's like kind of shaved on the side, which kind of reminds you of Miley Cyrus. What do you think of an artist that totally goes left field with their style, and it just doesn't seem like them? What do you think about that?
I think they'll learn. You know, I think, you know, they'll do something bold. You know, with celebrities, they can just change hair and change just like we change clothes, you know. So I think they kind of, you know, sometimes you got to step out there and just try something, and it may not work for you, and that's okay. You can always change it again. So I think that's just one of those things, of not being afraid to step out of your comfort zone and just do something totally different. And then if it works, it's great. If not, then okay, you know, not to ever do that again.
Yeah, but what if you like it, but the audience don't like it? And they kind of hold it against you.
Well, you know what? I think it's all about confidence. You know, it's all about confidence. And if you love something that's on your body, then power to you. You know, it doesn't really matter what other people say. You know, everybody's not gonna hate it. You know, you don't hate it, so there's other people out there who feel the same way.
Well, thank you so much, Roxie. Does anyone have any questions for Roxie while she's here? She's, you know, available to answer any of your style questions. Does anyone who's on the broadcast have any questions for Roxie? We'll give it a few seconds. Thank you, everyone. While we're waiting for the questions, I just wanted to thank everyone and just let you know that today's episode is sponsored by D-Naz Jewelry. The beautiful jewelry that you see on me is D-Naz Jewelry. Nadine Dillon, who is in the room on the broadcast, Nadine made these beautiful pieces for me. Her website, and Nadine, if you wouldn't mind, please put in your website link in the comments. But it's dnazjewelry.com, and red is one of my favorite colors, and it's also the color on my CD. So she did a wonderful job with these pieces. This is D-Naz Jewelry. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of Singing Tips. This is all about style, and it's all about image and beauty and looks. And as an artist, even as a regular person, you should always look your best, but especially as artists, you know, you want to always look your best because you never know when those cameras are there. But yeah, so a very special thank you to Nadine Dillon of DNAS Jewelry for sponsoring today's show. Do we have any questions, anyone, for Roxie while we're here? Thank you guys so much for all of your support of Singing Tips. I want to thank you. Nadine put her website in the comments. This is DNAS Jewelry. It said, yes, we live in camera-ready times. I'm telling you, hi, Mama Soul. I know that's right. You never know. Somebody, you know, not only that, somebody can tag you. You know what I'm talking about, yes. Roxie? They'll tag you, and you're like, oh, I didn't do my hair today. So you always have to be ready. So thank you so much, Mama Soul. Thank you, everyone. If you want to see any of the other Singing Tips episodes, go to BCM Sings on Instagram. Click on the bio. It takes you to the Singing Tips blog. Oh, thank you. She said great tips. So thank you. Thanks for that. Yes, it's all about, you know, we're talking about image right now in Singing Tips. So I wanted to get an expert on the line. Thank you, Nadine, for putting your website in. DNAS Jewelry sponsored today's episode with Roxie Seigle. So thank you, a special thank you to Nadine Dillon of DNAS Jewelry for sponsoring today's show. And a special thank you to Miss Roxie Seigle for blessing us with her expertise. So I'm just going to get back to Roxie for one final word for the audience.
Thank you, guys. Yes, you know, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, but definitely make sure that you're comfortable in your clothes and that you make little updates to your style. It doesn't all have to be done overnight.
Awesome. Thank you. And if you want to connect with me outside of Singing Tips, I started a Facebook group called the Born to Sing Society. So connect with me there. And, you know, also you're free to post your music related items in that group. We have all kinds of singers in that group. So go to the Born to Sing Society. Also, I'm on YouTube. So go to BenitaCharles.com. You can see all of the Singing Tips videos on YouTube. I want to thank you all for your support. A special hello to one of my previous special guest, Minister Angela Williams. She was in my I think it was the live performance section, and she graced us with her expertise, and I think it was episode 22, so you can go back in the archives and check out that episode. But I want to thank all of you all for all of your support of Singing Tips. And I will see you next week, next Saturday. We're still in the image section. So we'll be another tip on image. So thank you guys. We're getting close to the business section. So thanks for hanging in there with me. And I will see you next week. Oh, it's at the bottom. Bye-bye. Enjoy your Sunday evening. It's almost work time. So take care. Bye-bye.